David Gappa with us on the hotline right now, a guy that I had the privilege of meeting this week. He is quite a craftsman, has been in the South Lake area now. David, you've been out there for what, 11 years, 13 years?
Yeah, we've been going out. We've been working glass out there in Grapevine for, going on 11 years now.
Great times, man. First of all, thank you so much for putting up with our nonsense this week when Tara and I rolled out there to blow our... I had a very low fun level, just in case, because I didn't realize you would help us. I thought we were going to be flying solo, and so I said, we're either going to make a terrarium or a paperweight. We made a beautiful terrarium.
We had such a great time with you, Bonnie, and Tara out there, and it was just a lot of fun getting you in the game a little bit.
Well, it was great. And one thing that you didn't know and I didn't know at the time, they both have the same birthday, which is today. Yeah,
right.
They didn't know they had the same birthday, so happy birthday to both of them. Let's talk about your studio. The name of the studio, first of all.
Name of the studio is Vetro Glass Blowing Studio.
And what does Vetro mean? Why Vetro?
Vetro is glass in Italian.
Ah, okay. You would never have I would never have won that in the trivia contest. This is a place where you can come out, and if you want to do a team building exercise, if you want to do if you want to be an artist and take classes, you can do that. We met was it Mitchell who was out there?
Yep.
Who was fantastic too, helping out. So that's what he wants to do this for a living. So he's there, learning how to do it. But as we were leaving, there were people coming in of families and such that looked like they were there for some classes and maybe blow a Mother's Day present, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have. We're one of the studios that does have an open studio policy. We have bleacher seating, and we encourage people to come out and be a part of whatever production we're doing at the time. We don't do shows per se, but we are a working studio, and whether we're working on 100 Christmas ornaments for the season, or we're doing a chandelier for a private residence, people can come out and just be a part of that.
It was a great time. I was surprised that there was less blowing involved and more twisting. It was a lot of. They really should call it glass twisting.
Yeah, glass blowing's been around for centuries, and still very few people know about the process. It's a very grueling process. It's literally a dance with the glass, and
that's a good way to put it.
Blowing the glass is actually, you're right, it's a relatively small part of it. It's the sculpting, it's the color application, it's the forming a vision to sculpt something from a blob of nothing.
I was talking with some folks this week, and Shotgun even today, and the first thing out of his mouth, he was giving me a hard time, was like, "Well, did you guys blow a bong?" And I guess a lot of people have sort of that 70s mentality of, hippies blowing glass and stuff. I've never approached it. I just told the story a minute ago about Ula Darney, who you and I were talking about, the artist. So my impression of glass blowing is that this is a high-end art. And I think maybe I'm in the minority there. I think maybe a lot of people don't realize that what they see in someone's house or in a museum or a restaurant is actually not made in China. It's a hand-blown product that a craftsman like you has crafted, right here.
Absolutely. And, the United States movement and the glass movement here in the United States is really taking on strong. And we have literally some of the best glass blowers in the world creating some of the finest glass artwork you've ever seen.
It's truly amazing. How long does it take if we had all morning with you because we're special that way. We're doing a field trip for the radio, right? If someone just wants to come out before Mother's Day, for example, and make a present for Mom, how much time is involved? How much money's involved? What, set this up.
Sure. Well, for Mother's Day, for the weekend, we typically try to offer some experiences to at least allow people to, be involved with the glass and get to experience the medium and the world that we live in. And during Mother's Day weekend, we're offering Friday and Saturday to anyone interested to come out and help create their own hand-blown glass bowl or flower. And we have a series of selected colors that we have out, and recipients can come up, they apply their color, They help blow the vessel out and help be a part of heating it, and it's an awesome experience.
It is an awesome experience. I got to make a paperweight. You really did the work. You sort of let us feel like we helped with the terrarium, but then we got to make our own paperweight pretty much all by ourselves. And I can't wait to see it. I'm pretty proud of that little thing. I mean, I know that compared to the other things, it looks like a kindergartner probably made it. But in terms of any other piece of glass I've ever made, it's the best one ever.
Yes, it is. It is by far the best paperweight I've ever seen.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. David Gappa with us. He is with Vitro Glass Studios in South Lake, just right across the railroad tracks there as you headed to downtown by the Visitor Center on the right. It's an easy location to find just on Main Street. What's going on tonight? Talk about that and what you and Xavier have come up with for the fundraiser tonight.
Sure. We have formed an alliance or a partnership with the American Heart Association, and of course, this weekend is their largest fundraiser, the Côte de Coeur, where wine enthusiasts from all over the United States come and just be a part of raising funds for the American Heart Association. And Xavier and I have formed a partnership in creating these very unique hand-blown wine decanters. And Xavier and I work on creating and sculpting out the stone bases for the glass wine decanters. We use precious stones, anything from selenite to petrified wood to quartz crystals to meteorite. And this weekend we're launching this new design. And actually, as of last night, we've pretty much sold half of our our products so far.
And how much of these? How much do you sell these for?
These are selling for $925.
That I'll tell you, I gotta say, that's surprising to me because I've seen prices on things like this. I've never seen anything that looks like what you guys have created, and I would have guessed probably a couple of $1,000s for that. I mean, I know it's for charity and you want to get these things sold, but the craftsmanship that went into it. Describe what the decanter looks like and how it sits in the base, which is the work of art that Xavier's created.
Sure. The hand-blown vessel is a new design that we came up with. It's a 360-degree rotational wine decanter. So what that means is when we pour the wine into the decanter, it actually rotates on a 360-degree axis, and it's a deep, just pure red with a clear spike on the base of the decanter. And that clear glass spike actually penetrates this just customized, hand-carved piece of selenite stone, and it protrudes into the stone as if it's just a relic, if you will, just resting on this stone base. It's beautiful, and the dichotomy of the colors between the deep blood red and the white selenite gypsum stone. It's a remarkable piece.
It is. It's breathtaking. If someone wants to buy one, give a little money to charity this weekend, how do they go about doing that?
You can go to xzdg.com and have a look at all of our new wine collections. We have quite a few decanters online, and it's xz-dg.com, rather.
Okay. xz-dg.
Mm-hmm.
You guys couldn't have picked a harder one, could you?
I know it.
Giving you a hard time. David Gappa with us from Vitro Glass Studio, and I'm on the website right now, and man, you should go there. If you're on an iPhone, a BlackBerry, an Android device, and you can get to the website, it is xz-dg, and that stands for Xavier Zamarripa.
Yep.
Am I close?
Mm-hmm.
And David Gappa, who is with us on the hotline right now, and it's called the Heart of Glass, and it is a wine decanter that is being sold to raise money for the American Heart Association. Tonight's the big night for the fundraiser, and you've never seen anything like this. David, if I want to commission a piece, is that something you'll do also?
Absolutely. About 70% of what we do is custom-based in the studio. We work with architects, interior designers on a regular basis, and that's really my passion. I have an architectural design, and I love being a part of new spaces.
You're amazing, my friend. I appreciate your time this weekend. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks, David.
Take care. The website, Vitro, V-E-T-R-O, artglass.com, V-E-T-R-O, artglass.com. David Gappa with us. We're back in a moment with more of HG Radio. Don't go anywhere. The show continues after this.